Welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing. We're gonna rock. We're gonna roll. Get real and bold. Come on, join the show now. It's about to unfold. Get raw, get real, get results now. We're the latest feel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. Get real, get results now. We're the latest feel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. In the spotlight, feel the fever. Every pitch and quest. Dreams are big, get bigger tonight. Push the limits, reach new heights. So grab your seat, don't blink an eye. 'Cause Friday night we'll touch the sky. Welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing Raw.
It must be Friday. It's Friday Night Marketing Raw. Hi, Ellie. Good to see you. Hi, Tom Clark, over in the chat there. Do feel free to join us on camera. The link's scrolling on the bottom. It's been put in the chat already. And if you can join us on camera, Mike, do come along and have a chat.
Is my sound okay?
Yeah, I think your sound's all right at the moment.
Yep, good.
Yeah, I'm not echoing back, I don't think, so that sounds good.
Okay, good to know.
So, what have
I
you
have
been
a
working on?
new setup. So,
what have you been working on?
Mostly day job. I have some leftovers of a project for a client. Quite big one. Got stuck there for a while, personal stuff and all that. Now I'm back into it. Need to finish it up.
Mm-hmm.
So mostly working on that.
How's your how's your podcast thing going?
I didn't do much with it lately.
Right.
I had some rough time. Had to pull myself together, and I think I managed to do that.
Hello, Mr. Miller.
Hello there. Oh, I can see what people are saying online.
I know we've got this new feature that they say is in beta called Show Comments on Stage.
Of course, you can do that in OBS already. And it's
I know. You can do it in lots of things already. But to be fair, StreamYard do keep adding things. For a browser-based thing, this really is quite good.
There are instances where even I've gone, actually, StreamYard's pretty good. You know, it does a lot of stuff very well. To be fair, but have you got something else that is comparable now that you think you can shift onto something else, or is it still a case that you're looking around, or there's
we keep going back and looking at things we've got, like, and seeing how they've come on, and they have made improvements.
Yeah,
one of them is one stream, not one stream. Was it one stream?
I know the one you mean, but you've won something. I remember it. Yes.
Yeah. And that's. I mean, I quite like, although I will admit the video quality is nowhere near as good, but I quite like using Zoom and then streaming that onto YouTube. I think that works quite well, and plus you can also go out to custom places, so you can have a backup and all sorts of other things. But
I mean, there's lots of issues with stream, because I remember when I was doing web design, one of the projects we were looking at was streaming video and all the things that you'd have to do around streaming video. So we were looking at actually writing the algorithms that would make this work. And there's a load of problems around it. Not at least the fact that you just don't get good quality video in the output. It's because you're transcoding from your computer,
right?
And then the server's transcoding again by the time it gets to this, and then this is transcoding again before it gets out to whatever you're streaming onto, and then the streaming service is transcoding again. So you're 4 levels of degradation, which means you get all these artifacts all over the screen.
I tell you what, the one that I found impressive and I only really found this was a good thing because I got asked to speak on someone else's event and they were using Zoom.
Yeah.
And what I've discovered on Zoom, if you set up your Zoom account so you can allow co-hosts, which you can do on any standard Zoom account, you just got to turn it on. Anyone that's co-host, obviously they've got all the security, so you want trusted people. But I was a speaker. They co-hosted me. They had someone on security, somebody hosting, and somebody doing announcements, I think. So there were about 4 or 5 of us co-hosted. When you record on Zoom to the cloud, what it does is it takes a recording to the cloud from every one of those things. And then it uses AI to get the very best quality version. So if my connection drops out partway through, it doesn't matter. You still got that. And their cloud recording, I don't know how else is it, but it's very clever. So I do know that the more co-hosts you've got with Zoom, the better the recording will be at the end.
And that's something that there's a thing called Riverside, which is, I don't know how much a month anymore, but it used to be reasonable. And that does the same sort of thing. So when we started doing the viral murders thing a few years ago during the pandemic, we tried to find a way of recording a lot of different people. We were all in different locations. How do you do that and have a good quality recording? And we found this thing called Clear something or other. I forget the name of it now. But essentially that was an audio version of this. So you would have everybody's different audio streams, and each audio stream would be recorded on the person's computer and then uploaded, and then you would be able to get the best quality audio there. Riverside does the same thing and then adds in video, which is a lot like Zoom does as well. But Riverside doesn't choose the best bit. It kind of lets you do the editing yourself. But nowadays, or in fact, coming very soon, we have programs that are just allowing you to take those feeds from something like that and will automatically edit the video for you, going backwards and forwards between whoever is speaking.
I tell you, the other thing I liked about the Zoom recording was like Zoom's ability to their audio filtering is second to none. It really is amazing.
It is.
Like when I'm on here, if I'm on here doing a live using StreamYard or anything else, and old Birdie over there goes nuts, Skittles decides she's going to have a fit and squall, everyone hears it. On Zoom, they don't.
Yeah.
Even though it's feet away and she's really going for it, it cuts out just all of it. If she's really, really going for it, somebody might hear a couple of noises. And no one ever hears it on, which is why I quite like doing the things. When they say to me, oh, yeah, it's on Zoom, I'm like, yeah, okay, then. I don't have to worry about what time of day it is. I don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, if late at night, on me, okay, she settles down. But if it's like an afternoon, the sun's out and the other birds are outside, she's going to join in. So Zoom cuts all that crap out and does a really good job of it. And I've played around with tools that are meant to filter it out and like Crisp and stuff like that. But Zoom, you just can't beat it.
The Discord's got Crisp built into it, but it's got its own thing as well. NVIDIA's, if you've got an NVIDIA graphics card, then you can run your audio through that, and that has an AI cutout thing. There's a load of really good stuff out there, but for a single package that does everything for you, actually Zoom's pretty good. And it's kind of thinking about it. It's kind of you can see why it took over from things like Skype, and it's the detriment of Microsoft that they didn't see what was happening with Zoom and go, oh, we need to do this with Skype instead of let's make a new thing called Teams.
Zoom were absolutely right place, right time when COVID happened. That's what made them as a company. They've been around years, and they were a tiny little kind of video platform. No one took them that seriously. A few people used them, but everything on the news was Skype call. Everything on the news was, you know. And then suddenly you start seeing the little Zoom logo in COVID.
You've never heard of Zoom outside, our lot doing webinars or something before 2019, had you?
Now, honestly, if you go, it is not a problem. Some people, there are still one or two people that are Zoom haters, but on the whole, if you advertise something and you're running it on Zoom, nearly everyone's already got Zoom installed. Mm-hmm. And Zoom does have a really shit, I might add, web browser version that people can log in and watch. It's all right to watch something, but don't expect to unmute and talk when it's utter shit. But it doesn't have any of the advanced features Zoom has, so it's just a really limited version. Mm-hmm. Hello, Dan. How are you?
Hello. Oh, how long have you got? Yeah, no, I'm all right. I know I owe you a response, Andy. I know I owe you a response, Eli. Steve, I don't think you've messaged me yet this week, but I haven't. The last 2 weeks have been utterly insane, just so busy. I'm just reading through your sales page now, Andy. I've just been so crazy busy. It's unreal. And it was like, came round again and I thought, we didn't do last week. I really better make an effort to show up this week. So, it's just been nuts. And it's funny you say about Zoom, because Zoom's been driving me mental today. It's been doing a funny thing whereby we're going on it, and then all of a sudden the camera will freeze and it's the other person sort of disconnects for about 15, 20 seconds and then puts them back in. And it happened. I thought it was just, me with one client and they maybe had a crappy internet. But it's happened with 3 different clients today. Same thing. I'm thinking, is it me? I don't know. But I mean, I've got very fast fiber optic.
So number one, is your Zoom client up to date?
Is their Zoom client up to date?
Bring up your Zoom, click on your little profile thing in the top right corner and say check for updates. And one common thing with Zoom is if you get people with really significantly mismatched versions, and at least one of you isn't on the latest version, it fucks up. And I know this because I use Zoom quite a lot now. So that's been an issue. But
it is very good. To your point about stripping out audio, you know, I had the neighbours here doing an extension still. Fucking hell, I don't know who's building it. It's fucking slowest build as you've ever seen. But they can be drilling away, and I'm going, I'm really sorry about the drill. They're like, what drilling? Can't hear it at all. And me, I'm like almost shouting into my mic. You know, can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, our neighbours had an extension and they took ages. And yeah, there's the filtering software can get stuff like that out because that's kind of what it's built for. And because technically, most of the noise is under the level of which you would talk anyway. It's under the sort of frequency level. So that's very easy to cut out because you just don't need those frequencies anyway.
Yeah, so that's been just been a really.
I'll
busy
tell you
week.
something. Zoom is so good at that I had to do a couple of recordings this week for an upcoming project, and I went, fuck it, Zoom, loaded Zoom, just me in there, lock the meeting, share screen, hit record, go for it. Didn't matter what the bird was doing, and at the end I get a recording that's perfectly adequate because this is just like a slideshow. You can optimize for sound and video. So it's just a slideshow with me yabbering and maybe going into the odd thing and showing where a setting is. So nothing you need really high definition for. Recordings come out fine. It gives me an HD recording from the cloud afterwards that it processes, and it looks amazing. Certainly good enough to use.
Yeah, it's a very good tool, like you say, right place, right time. And it's one of those subscriptions that I just always forget that I'm paying. You know, it's, I don't know what it is, $15 or something, you know, serves its purpose.
Closer to 16.
The downside of Zoom is for an average punter, if you have an issue with Zoom, well, they don't give a fuck. That Zoom only care about, and I know organizations that have got accounts, the webinar accounts with 500 bit, even that is small fry to Zoom. They're into the big corporations or whatever, which is why they have those really silly premium accounts. They're the ones that get support. So like on regular Zoom, there's all sorts of things that, like, there's a feature in Zoom, it's been there forever, that in the admin, you're meant to be able to disable the use of those fucking stupid cartoon avatars. But there's a Zoom
right,
bug.
yeah.
So if you turn it off, but someone had one set from a previous meeting, now they come in. Not only can you not turn it off and they can't turn it off because you've disabled it in your set, they can't, they're stuck with it on. So it's actually, and everyone, lots of people have complained to Zoom. They don't give a shit because the corporate version of that doesn't have that bullshit in it.
So Zoom right now, I see quite a lot. I was on a post just a few days ago, and there was Zoom is the whole new go-to webinar. Sign them up for a webinar and then email them and then change the date, and you can keep emailing people with offers for, you know, the platforms, right?
Yeah, I expect they're going to shut that loophole.
Well, you'd have thought, wouldn't you? But it's been going on for a long while.
I mean, you can understand GoToWebinar not closing it. It's the only thing that keeps people using their service because it's shit.
So GoToWebinar. Remember when I was looking around
to make sure they can't sue me?
I think it's all going to depend on how much of a problem that ends up being for Zoom. Because, like you said, if they're really focusing on corporate clients, and they're not going to care at all.
No.
And if it's just the sort of small fry stuff, then any agency that has to deal with that isn't going to care that much either. So.
No, and I'm sure
their corporate users are not using the same shit Zoom servers they put the mass public on. They're on dedicated. It's like it's the equivalent of going from shared hosting to dedicated hosting.
Yeah,
and like on the premium accounts that we might buy, the pro account, the add-on one with the webinar. That's I mean that's kind of premium, but it isn't what they consider premium. That's like going from shared hosting to a VPS.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dedicated stuff, which is where they're making all their money and who they look out for the most. So, because I'm involved with a charitable organization that uses it, but they got hundreds. We got hundreds of paid for Zoom accounts, but we're not big enough for them to give a shit about. Make any difference? We're still tiny,
especially as a non-profit, because you probably only pay a fraction of what corporation pays as well.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's an interesting platform, and I know, like, you know, we went through the ringer looking for webinar software, right? And you know about our story with Wisty and all the rest of it, right? So we've been through quite a lot of them. And GoToWebinar was an interesting one because on the low level, and this is, I mean, it might have changed from when I was looking at it, but when I looked at it, GoToWebinar on the lower levels, the lower tiers, which is still $100+ a month, so not, you know, it's not cheap or free, didn't include the web browser ability. People still had to download the client, right? And I'm like, that's the whole thing that Zoom, that's the whole problem with Zoom, right?
They really try and push you to get the client. They have got a web thing now.
Oh, yeah, but it's crap.
It's really crap, and you have to enable it in your Zoom admin meeting settings to allow people to come on from the browser.
And it's too complicated, right? For people with webinars, all you want to do is one link, boom, they're in, right? And then we start talking, right? Nothing else. And so I was like, okay, so that sort of moves them out. And then, you know, you've got the other big players, sort of Webinar Jam, and they're really sneaky because they've got Webinar Jam, and I think it's Evergreen. We're probably dropping way too many names for a live here, but those companies.
Was it EverWebinar was the one that was connected to them?
So it's Evergreen Webinar. I don't know. Anyway, what you need in a webinar platform, they decided to split into two separate products that both needed a monthly fee. And you think, well, I need the live, but I also need the just in time, and so now I'm at $250 a month. Like next, right? So yeah, Zoom. I know a couple of marketers that have been using Zoom for webinars, and we've started more recently using Zoom for sales calls. And this is something that Rich and I have been playing with because Americans, generally speaking, are quite used to phone calls, right? You know, people call and they'll give you their credit card over the phone, and they're quite used to that. Europeans, not so much, right? In the European market, they like to have a Zoom call, see face to face. You send them a link to pay because they don't want to give you their card details. But we've been trying it a little bit recently with kind of doing Zoom calls for sales calls. And it's very rare now that I see anyone that says, oh, I haven't got Zoom, I need to install it. Or, you know, that becomes a friction because it's become so common. You know, everyone seems to have Zoom, or at least, you know, sometimes they connect from their phone because, oh, I haven't got Zoom on my computer. But, you know, okay, here we go. The strange thing about it, so here's the interesting bit. We noticed that if we call them, they're more than happy to read the card number out over the phone. When it's a Zoom call, they don't want to give their credit card number. They want us to send them a link because they don't feel safe to do that. Right?
Really?
It's an interesting fact. And I'm like, but do you realize that when we call you, like the phone call is recorded and saved in the cloud? Yeah, that's fine. It just feels too digital. It's like, oh, okay.
I know some people are really funny like that. A lot of elderly people have now, they will buy from Amazon. They feel safe and Amazon's got their details, and that's okay. But anything else where you got to put your card in, or if I don't know. I better not risk it. And you're like, well, look, it's secure. It's clearly not a scam. It's this. It says you're all right. And my mum will still freak out.
My mum's the opposite of that. She will look at any scam going and go, oh, should I buy this? And yeah.
Hey, Steve, can you just send me your mum's number? I think I've got some spot on my calendar next week.
But
I'll find her enough, but don't worry.
She's found things that, you know, purport to be the BBC and they're not, and they're linked to somewhere else. And I can get this product here. She doesn't mind because she's got this idea that they will protect you. She's still that mindset.
Credit cards are really good, right? At the end of the day, if you use credit and debit cards are both fine.
But she's not even thinking about credit cards. She's not thinking about it like that. She's thinking, oh, they wouldn't be able to say this if they weren't being honest.
Oh, she wants to go on to something that ends in the word plus. That'll open her eyes.
Don't ever let her see a Billy Darcel's page.
Luckily, she's not good enough to use the computer herself. So I have to do it for her, which means
but Billy Dar's going to do it for me for $17. It'll be fine.
At least we haven't got to a point yet where those offers are saying, it's now just one click, and you can, like I noticed the other day that I very rarely use it, but I had used my UK credit card, right? I've still got one going, and I'd used it and I needed to pay for it. And now when I went into the app to pay for it, I just went through and it said, select your bank. And then it opens up my banking app, and the transfer went through, without me having to actually do a transfer, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, thank God that some of these unscrupulous vendors haven't found a way yet to do that, where people can do transfers to them, because there's no comeback. At least with a credit card.
Well, they have, and I
charge it
know
back.
somebody who was scammed an awful lot like that. And this was on a business account as well. What she'd done was had a call from someone who was purporting to be the bank, who had most of her details. So she wasn't expecting it to be anything other than the bank. And the bank had said, you have got a problem with your account. We need to close your account now, and we need to move your details to this other account in the same banking thing. And of course, the other account was owned by somebody completely different. And it was just, as soon as the money was transferred, it was decided it's a scam.
You see, I won't even give my details, right? If the bank calls me and says, can you just confirm your name, or can you confirm your date of birth? It's like, you're calling me. So if you are the bank, I'll call back on the number on the back of the card, and then they'll put me through to whoever I need to speak to, right? But when they call you and say, oh,
you see, I do the same thing.
Confirm your details. You're calling
me. Here's the thing, and this is a real problem in banking. We don't have a solution to it at all. We have to give our details to the bank so the bank knows who we are. The bank doesn't have any details that it needs to give to us so that we know who the bank is. So it's very easy to pretend to be the bank because there is no comeback on it at all.
But you see, there is a kind of solution for it, because we have it here in Mexico. And what happens is they say, I'm about to send you a notification in the app. And you get a notification inside of your banking app that says, here's the 5 digits for the person you're speaking to.
Yeah.
And you give those 5 digits to the person you're speaking to.
A few places have that, but not many of them.
I don't know why.
Most UK banks don't have them. It should be.
No, I don't have it on any of my UK accounts at all. No. But I don't know why. It's clearly, obviously it exists. It works.
Yeah.
It seems like a very... And of course, there'll be a few people that don't have their app, or they've lost their phone, or they don't do mobile banking. That's fine. They need another option too. But why for 95, probably 98% of the people that use the bank, why they don't have it? No idea. Makes sense. But there we go. Anyway, what's everyone been working on this week? Hopefully everyone's week's been somewhat productive. 2 weeks, actually, we've been.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. Yeah. It took me a week to write a sales page, which is the longest I've taken to write a sales page ever. But I hadn't made the product.
That'd be a bloody good sales page.
No, it's the same as all of the other ones. I just didn't know what the product was because I hadn't made it yet.
It's more than just a sales page. It's also what the product will be out like.
Yeah.
I love starting from that. It's a good point to start.
It was a very good sort of way of going, well, I haven't really properly got a product, but I kind of know what I want to do, to be able to then write a sales page and then go, oh, well, this tells me what I need to include in the product. That was really useful. And I've now written probably about an hour's worth of video that's going to go with it. And I was just waiting for the weather to cool down a bit before I actually recorded the damn things.
Is it a bit hot in your office, is it?
28 degrees this week.
Well, I got in the
office just because of the computer. No other reason. It's not in the rest of the world.
So I got in the car the other day, and this is the temperature. Obviously in the car, not outside.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Oh, no thanks.
So it was like, when you open the door and it's like you open an oven door, right? It's just,
and you just
God. Bit warm. But so that was this week. So when's your next launch then, Steve? Are you a few weeks away?
Well, I still don't know. You know what I really want is to have the product at least done enough so I can give people copies of it. That's what I like. And then as soon as that's done, I can find a slot in Munchai and go, all right, we'll do it.
Oh, there's plenty of slots.
Well, there is at the moment. I think I'm in that position where as soon as I try and put something in, everybody else would have gone at the same time, But
Welcome
this is
to
the
my
next
world.
product. If Andy wants to bring that graphic up on screen, this is my next.
Oh, sure. Hang on 1 second, and I will. Yeah.
So the whole point is there's loads of courses out there on how to build a list, on how to get people through the door. There aren't many courses out there that are really just going, this is how you email market. Doesn't need to be any more complicated than what you're doing here. Do this. I'll give you prompts to write emails that you need to do, and that's it. It's a very simple idea, but does
the Fiber Owl come with battery?
No, you've got to buy those separately. They're not included.
Looks cool.
But I just want to get people over that hump.
It looks evil, that creature, but it does look cool.
I mean, the idea of the owl was from was it Clash of the Titans, the original Clash of the Titans film? They've got a clockwork owl.
It's cool.
I think the clockwork, anything clockwork flying creature is a bit creepy. Isn't it?
It's a little bit creepy, isn't it?
It is a little bit like Steve Mellors spying on me while I'm in the shower or something, you know. But
that's the thing that you've thought of yourself there. That's nothing to do with...
It was that app you asked me to download, Steve. I still don't know what it did on my phone.
Oh, God. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. And I'm relatively pleased with it. I've got a video in there that tells you how to actually talk to people who you want to promote products to, which is, how many times you get like somebody's found a form and this is what you're meant to say, and then they don't even fill in the name of the product properly or something like that. It's really kind of addressing that so that I can get more people who will promote my product and have a good list to be able to promote it to. It's so kind of
those emails where they've put the swipe and then it's like, enter your custom bonuses here, and they've left it on, right? Or hey,
they just copied the swipe and they put, hey, name, yeah.
I always
yours sincerely, name.
Do you know what though? And I do have a confession to make, which is very bad, but I haven't actually emailed my list now in about, I want to say a month. It might only be 3 weeks, but it's been a while.
I've done 2 weeks.
I've just been so busy that I don't have time to look at it. And then when I do have a look at it, I have a quick look at Moonshine. I go, oh, yeah, okay.
It's all been shit, hasn't it? There's been nothing.
I mean, there's been some half decent stuff over on Zoo, right? There's been a couple of these like AI ad stuff, but I don't have an audience for it, right? Like Luke Maguire's launching right now with Simon Harris, right? Like it's a really good platform, and it's a really solid tool.
But I don't know what the actual product is. Is it?
It's AI ads, so you can basically. Right. I mean, it's a few things. They had a version of it. I think it was called AdMate or something like. I think it's called almost the same thing again. But they had a version of it a few years ago, and I was getting recurring. I've been getting recurring income from Luke Maguire's stuff for years. He had one on like an Instagram thing that I still get recurring on now, and it's 50% recurring forever, and the great offers.
I remember his Instagram thing because I mean we promoted it for a start. But it worked. It was pretty good.
Right. Yeah. It's a good. I just don't have a list for it really. I mean, my list right now has been on the MMO side of stuff, and so otherwise, if I still had my software list that I kind of not just left to die a few years ago, I would have mailed it for that. But on the Warrior Plus side.
No, I did Neil's thing 2 weeks ago, and that did okay. I got about $300 from it, which that's good for me. So
I guess
happy with that. From 4 emails. I mean, that's not bad.
It's not bad. It's worth writing them in at $80 an email or whatever it is. It's it's worth doing the time.
But I can't find. I mean, Barrington Page put something out on Society 11, which I'm going to have a look at because that looks interesting. But there's nothing else out there that I'm going, oh yeah, my audience is like that. That's exactly the sort of thing that they enjoy, which is a problem if you're an email marketer. It's not be able to find anything to email.
There's been a big shift recently. There's been a real big shift, and there seems to be in this cycle of a lot of people have been trying high ticket stuff because I'm getting a lot of people at the minute reaching out, being like, hey, we want to do a high ticket product. And it's like, okay, what do you want to sell? Like, oh, I don't know. What do you think? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like, I mean, if you can't even come up with an idea that I can help,
Dan, I'd like to sell a high ticket product, please, as well.
Great, well done, Andy. Any ideas? No. Okay.
No, I just want to leave that to you. You just do it all for me.
It's like, yeah, but you know, you have to deliver this, right? Yeah, but we can just sell it like. And honestly, I think some people think that all they need to do is just create the same course that they've been flogging for $5 and now make it, 2,500 and they're away.
Well, some people do, don't they? That's the irony of it.
Well, they do, but they usually have a little bit of something behind them. It tends to be people that are established, not.
Yeah.
And I do have something quite interesting to share with you, but I can't share it on live, so I'll have to wait till after. But remind me,
because we had a chat about doing a high ticket product, and I know because I've seen inside high ticket stuff before, and it's not. I mean, I've made courses that are bigger than those,
Yeah.
But still, I have that kind of block of going. Do I really charge
I would do something with you, Steve, in a heartbeat, right? Like, even however busy we are. If you said to me, look, we really want to do this, whatever, we find time and we'll make it work, right? Because I know you deliver good things.
Yeah.
It's that some of this stuff that I see, and it's like, can we sell this high ticket? And the best one I've seen so far was they had a product that they sold, and then it was like, and now we want to do like an AI bot version so that it does it automatically. And I'm going, okay, let's have a look. And it was like, oh, right. So it's really it's just a chat GPT overlay. What price are you thinking of selling this for? I don't know, 10, 15,000. Oh, you are mad. No. So
of course, the other problem with that is that things like chat GPT are lagging behind
by the time they launch.
Completely. Absolutely. In fact, for my next launch, I've made products that are front end and then a GPT upgrade.
Yeah. For
the first time in the last launch, people started complaining about it because they went, "Oh, I didn't realize that was an upgrade. I don't want your main product that you bought. I just want the upgrade because the upgrade does all the stuff." So in this launch, I'm going to write sales pages that combine the two and say, "No, this is the package. So you've got to buy all of it together," because it saves me on then having to do more work later on when somebody writes to me. But I bought this thing, but this looks like exactly the same thing. Because people don't.
Did you get many refunds off your last product?
No, not really. I mean, it's less than 1%, I think.
That's phenomenally good. I mean,
I had one this week, which was hilarious. Somebody wrote to me 12 o'clock at night UK time, so I didn't see it. Saying I haven't received my login details to your product, but I want to give you the chance to make it right. 20 minutes later, they refunded on PayPal. So I wrote to them.
I wanted to give you the chance to make it right. Okay, that's it.
That's it. That's a big enough chance. So I wrote to them because I do contact people, and I said, "Well, look, I don't know what you want me to do now. You said you want access to the product, but you've also put this through, which is it, essentially." And I said, "Look, you put me in a really bad position here. This hurts other vendors. You're trying to be a vendor. We know that because we know the sort of products that we're putting in." And they wrote a very apologetic letter back and rebought the product. For which I made sure they had their login details. They've not come back since. But it's amazing how many of these things
coming for you that you can mail your list with, and you can start mailing tomorrow because that's when the pre-launch starts.
Okay,
is it yours?
No, it's not. But I'm surprised, Dan. You must have been approached, Dan, because this person. This is Billy Dahl's new one.
Oh Lord, what is it with Zintri?
And
why do they all sound like some sort of drug that I don't want to take for a sexual infection I shouldn't have picked up at the weekend? Like they're all.
Do you think people would notice if we made a product called Gazinta?
No, they just think it was another Billy Dahl launch.
They would, wouldn't they?
So I'll show you. This is my inbox. What it looks like. I've just opened yours just now, Andy. But I've got hundreds and hundreds of messages. and I just can't get to people, unfortunately. What is this? The first ever of? It's got to be the first something.
Well,
we know the
first.
game. World's first AI-powered Facebook app.
Yeah,
in March this year.
Yeah, we are in May, dude. But yeah.
and
Damn it.
And it exploits it for traffic and sales, and it's powered by GPT-4, and it's truly new and unique, and something to do with Facebook Reels. The sales page is up. Funny enough, that's going to exit, and it decided to offer me a discount, as it does.
But the time has already run out. But there's 37 copies left.
Oh yeah, well that won't matter because you can always reload the page and get that back. Anyway, let's have a look. New AI app turns any Facebook account into a set and forget $541 a day machine in 60 seconds flat. Look, I watched fucking Harris Feldman defending Warrior Plus earlier on how much better their compliance is getting. How did that get past compliance?
There is no compliance.
No,
This can turn any Facebook. That is a claim you cannot prove and cannot substantiate.
Do you know what
won't
annoyed
be
me?
true either. I mean, we know how quickly Facebook accounts get shut down, don't we?
Yeah.
So do you know what though? I do think that they are trying to do a bit of compliance, but they're focusing on the complete wrong things. Because I know someone who was trying to put out a product, that it was a good product or whatever, and they were taking them through the ringer about testimonials and wanting proof and have the actual person who did the testimonial to film a video for them and all of this stuff. And I'm like, how are they so bothered about that? And yet other stuff, and again, this is right. All of these image shots are him selling as a vendor.
Yeah.
All those images we've just gone back. Absolutely nothing to do with the product. Not a word said ever.
And this one
and completely against FTC
only
regulations.
2 clicks. We're down at 2 clicks. 2 clicks. Just the 2.
2 clicks. Bloody hell.
And click 1 is purchase. That is the whole first step. Click 2.
Click 2 is activate. Just
job done. $541 a day in your bank for the bargain price of $9.95.
I do love the 365-day money-back guarantee.
Yeah.
And then you too can live the life of your dreams.
Desk of Internet Entrepreneur Billy Darr.
He's talking to us from the future. It's May 27th. We've not got there yet. It's only May 23rd.
Because this is pre-launch as of tomorrow.
Dear friend,
Lizard Boy is making us rich.
Lizard Boy is making us rich.
I mean, I'll give you points for the copy. It's good copy, but
Lizard Boy. Oh God.
Facebook is so big they even launch satellites.
What the fuck's that got to do with the product?
The richest companies in the world use Facebook, just so you know. Right. And now you too will be just like everyone else who's got
you too can use Facebook, just like Amazon and Microsoft.
You too. Once you've got this app, you too can use Facebook, just like.
I'll tell you what, it's selling pretty fast for the pre-launch. We're down to 9 copies.
And it hasn't opened yet. That opens tomorrow.
Even celebrities brackets mega successful.
This is retarded. Not many use that word these days, are you? But it is. It's that bad. It's retarded. I'm sorry. Successful entrepreneurs also, like all these, they all use Facebook. I mean, you could say this about anybody.
Is that actually Alex Hormozy? That picture?
Yeah.
That's an old.
In the same way that's Frank Kern at the bottom. They don't care.
And these people are, in fact, Facebook creates millionaires. It's wild. And now
Facebook has released a ChatGPT rival. Some are saying it's 100x better.
Yes, but it's more powerful. He's not messing around. He's literally created a goldmine for us.
With Warrior Plus results, nothing to do with
Imagine siphoning free traffic profits from Facebook, and then imagine no longer. I didn't have to imagine that for long. Thank you. No bans, no restrictions.
Yeah, but that's old news. Yeah, it is old news because you're about to get your account blocked when you do this.
This isn't a loophole, it's here to stay. AI effortlessly exploits Facebook for us.
Have I missed something? I still don't know what this does.
No.
Oh, you'll never find out what it does.
Oh no, but what we do know is that there's no manual work needed at all because AI can do it. You don't have to write posts or take pictures or create banners or videos or have designers. Don't need any of that.
Right, that's good.
Oh, there's only 2 copies left and it hasn't even launched yet. It's nearly sold out.
Oh, well, that's good. No need for the launch then. Might save some more people their money.
All you need is Zintry. Without one point showing us what it is, other than telling us it's plug and play and one click.
Show us the before and after. What's the before and after Zintry?
I mean, I'm sorry, but connecting your Facebook account to any app takes more than one click of the mouse.
It's true.
So before $106, after $1,090.
Oh yeah, that was frustrating, depressing, and upsetting. But now that
however, for most newbies, you see, this is also, I don't get this from a point of view. For
most newbies,
they'd be happy with $100 a day.
They would be, yeah.
You know, I was working a long time before I got $100 a day on affiliate marketing. I know. It's as easy.
I don't think I've ever got $100 a day from affiliate marketing. Not from affiliates.
$300 the other day. Don't start.
But per day. I mean, they're assuming per day every day.
Yeah.
Right, this explains it all. This is all your questions answered about Billy Dar's bag of shit, Zintry. The hard way, there it is. That's what's hard. And the new way, which is
going to be such a great bundle product for him, Billy Dar's bag of shit.
Wouldn't it? The new way's only one less step, but they're all green.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what he's saying is, before, with you finding products, just go up again. Sorry, Andy. Go back. So before, with you finding products, running some ads, and actually promoting products gets your account banned. But if you connect to his AI app that automatically does it for you, and I'm sure breaks half a dozen terms of service rules, the step that he's chose to miss out is the getting banned and gets me straight to the money.
I wonder how many people will get banned because they will try and use this product.
Probably every one of them.
Not many, because obviously we know most people won't actually open it in the first place. But
luckily, the last 2 copies are hanging in there, so you know.
We should buy one.
Weight shoe on the inside. Life's never going to be the same again. It really a reminder. It's just
if a 12-year-old can do it, so can you.
Can a 12-year-old open a Warrior Plus account and put a bank account?
That's not true because I can't kneel down, and 12-year-olds can do that.
There was a joke coming there, but it was not live appropriate. Yeah.
That have stopped us.
Oh, it's now gone widescreen.
At no point.
Love it or get a refund and keep it 100% free plus $250 in cash. Well, that's
I love the way they have to tell you that he's the owner of Facebook. Oh, is he? Wonder who that was. Oh, here you go. We are finally getting an idea of what something because here's 18 features. It turns Facebook into an ATM. That's a feature, apparently. Built-in AI-powered video creator, 100 templates. So it's something we know it's just going to make shitty reels. Intuitive drag and drop, voice prompt. So AI that makes shit reels.
So what you're talking about is something like Ryan Phillips made 10 years ago.
Yeah. And built-in offers included. I wonder whose offers they're going to be.
I certainly haven't been approached about any of mine.
No monthly fees.
Cash in on any platform. Warrior Plus, ClickBank, Georgia.
Oh, yeah, you can cash in on any of them. Oh, let's keep going. How many could they think of? I mean, crack revenue. You got to be scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel. They needed one because they didn't have the right number for the last column. They're like, oh, we need one more. Crack revenue. That'll do it. Zintry lets you escape the rat race.
Is that meant to be the rat?
Well,
Definitely not the race.
Hello,
Vicky
Volk. I
gets
didn't even see you come
Oh,
online.
there's only 9 minutes till the price goes up. Even though it doesn't launch until it goes to pre-launch tomorrow and doesn't launch.
Hang on. Stop. Go back. It says, how does it work? It's going to tell us. How does it work?
Hang on a minute. Now we're just 2 clicks away.
Uses the AI that was created by Facebook, takes advantage of their servers legally, and open the floodgates of clicks to any link we want, resulting in pure profits for us. Or pure profit for them is not an understatement. That's simply how it works. Don't be fooled. On the back end, Zintry is a robust app that uses sci-fi technology to achieve this. All of that happens in the background, and you don't have to worry about any of that.
If Warrior Plus really have compliance, surely they can tell that those screenshots are screenshots of the money that he made on his last launch and not of
You'd
this
think so, wouldn't you?
shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know, some people have issues with certain other platforms, but I would categorically stand by and say that the other platforms that people could choose to launch on would not allow this.
No.
I think you're right.
At all. I mean, there's so many issues here. Every now and again, one might slip through or whatever, but this is
the stress of making
but
zero.
how many? I mean,
a bigger killer than cancer. Fucking.
Yeah.
just on income claims alone, how many times have we seen income claims either pop up or just be part of the graphic as you are rolling down this page? It's ridiculous.
$541.
Not even hidden income claims.
Oh,
No.
So you get the app
I'm
worth
more-
$97 a month. You get the zero ads, so you never have to pay Mark Zuckerberg anything. That's worth $497. Then you get, they call it zero followers. I guess that's because that's what you're going to have if you use this shit. That's worth $397. Then a traffic blast worth $997. Then a smartphone edition worth $297. Hang on, it's an app anyway. Then the training videos that are also worth $297. And world-class support worth a lot. They're worth a lot. And one-on-one mentoring worth $3,000. All this. Oh, hang on, and they're not done yet, but it gets better. They're not done yet. So I don't know what we're up to. $3,000-4,000 maybe for our $9, but it gets better. They're not done. Still more value.
Worth a lot probably mean if you turn around you're petrified or, according to the Bible, saltified.
We're giving you the get results in the first 10 minutes bonus worth another $200.
They forgot to update graphic number 2. That was from the last launch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vega.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can see how similar it all is. They literally just changed that and they're done.
Well, you can't do much more when you have to launch every 14 days or whatever they do.
So all of these.
I mean, look, in some
are the
respects,
exact
that's
same as
what I do in my stuff. Basic design stuff is all the same. But you think they change the name?
Technically, he's a Brit, but bonus stacking is somewhat of against any FTC rule.
Yeah.
It was bonus stacking was really effective and still is when it's done honestly and correctly.
Yeah, but it's illegal.
Why is it illegal if they're legitimately things you're including?
When you bonus stacking, if you put a money value on it, you have to prove that you sold the bonus for that amount of money.
Yeah, correct. You do. But that's
can't make any. You can't pull any numbers up your ass. So
no, but work. you can if you've done it legitimately. Because I've often in a bundle in a product I've gone plus you'll also get my books that I've sold on Gumroad for this, and I really have sold it at that price, and you'll get this and you'll get that, and so you can do it. Yeah, if it's done legit, but this is obviously bullshit because these are all new products. None of this has ever been sold at this price.
I'm definitely more intrigued to go with Kurt's king crab business proposition than with Zintry.
Yeah. 5 minutes left until the
who's
price
buying
goes up.
bonus number 5 for $1,000? It's a high ticket product. How we scale with Zintry to 10k a month. So what is it? A case study? Who's buying that at $1,000? I mean,
Yeah,
$1,000 for
Well,
a case
yeah,
study.
nobody.
I mean,
a case study at most is $20. Really, that's it. I mean, you can sell a case study for $50 sometimes, but most case studies are in the 10 to 20 price range.
certainly not $1,000.
No.
Thought that was good. Read on. And if we didn't,
Oh
do we
yeah.
stop that?
Oh yeah, because we're not done yet.
virtual
So we're already at thousands of dollars worth of value made up for
With
our
an
one
iPhone
phone
15.
17 that we really know I think is $9.90 or something, and plus we can reload the page and get another discount. But they're not done yet. They're also gonna give you a free virtual event where you can win it. You know that's got to be a scam. I mean, that's going to be like come to a fucking timeshare presentation, that, isn't it?
Well, that'll be the webinar for his high ticket product. And they'll say on the, I imagine, I don't want to get anyone into any legal trouble, but I imagine it would be something along the lines of, oh, congratulations, the winner's Billy Daw. Okay, congratulations, Billy. We'll send you over the iPhone.
And here are the 3 words that should turn every customer away at once: real world value.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that somebody seriously used it in years.
So I have both appeared on other people's real virtual events, and I have run small virtual events. And one of the ones I went on, I think the ticket price they pay for 3 days of virtual event, and I was one of many speakers. And I think the people paid $97 to get all 3 days. So how you can claim that a virtual event that's only going to last, well, I don't know, a couple of hours, is really worth that much? Again, it's not real world value. You have never sold access for $3,000. So that's just this works for anyone. Of course it does. How much will it cost you? Oh no, it's just the big question is how dumb are you going to feel for not buying this big bag of shit? 2 minutes to go and the price goes up. All right, then. You must act fast as the price is
right. It doesn't.
Yeah. Don't. Oh, okay.
Very long sales page, isn't it?
Wait, are you an idiot? Do you want that millionaire lifestyle? Do you want to?
Here we have the
cunts.
Here we have the next FTC rule break.
Yep.
How much do he charge? Does it charge for it? A tenner or?
I don't.
17.
It says 17.
17. 17. Okay.
10, and there was an export.
Take $7 and go over to don'tsaythat.com. That is where Anik Singhal, who was recently pulled over by the FTC, and his lawyer put a real good PDF together. Don't say that. What you shouldn't put on your sales page if you want to live safe, and take the other tenner and go to the pub and have a lunch, a beer, whatever you want.
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be a lunch and a beer in Germany on a tenner, I'm pretty sure.
2 beers, probably, yeah.
So we find
So you declare the first beer as a lunch and the second one to wash it down.
Oh no, that was, and you can add the 1,000-day set and forget thing for $9.95. So it must be it's nearly sold out, and there's 2 copies left, and it hasn't even launched yet. Because if you click buy now, it says it's not available for sale yet. It will be available from this date. So
that's just for you, Andy.
Proven false scarcity, which is against Warrior Plus's terms.
Doesn't matter. It's just another Tuesday.
Well,
windfalls. Oh God.
So I watched Harris Feldman defending Warrior Plus earlier about how good their compliance is getting. I'm just going to go and reply on Facebook and just post this link with nothing else.
Just go into affiliate offer in Warrior Plus.
Yeah.
Has it been approved?
Not yet. Okay, so let's wait until it
wait till they do it, because if you do it before and they'll say, well, we never approved that. Just wait till it is approved and goes live. Or wait until they give it deal of the day, and then you can say
that's when you need to do it, actually. I think that if you're going to call anything out, it's when it is
right.
not only is it approved, but we've said it's the best product on our platform for that day as well.
Yeah, and we're making money from it by promoting.
They will get it.
List.
Of course
it will. Of course it will.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
and that nice disclaimer doesn't mean anything. If the FTC is behind you and you're profiting from it, which they do, between 3 and 5%.
Yeah.
You're in the case.
I think this product's better.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, that's number 1 for 5 years now.
Yeah.
It has to be an Andy Brocklehurst sales page. It's got to be.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hack the system. I'll convince idiots who don't want to put any time, effort, or money into a business to throw you without your own products, without rules, without limits. It's a game changer. Shitter. You get the lube and everything.
Do you know what? No. I would love to see you just put that live. We'll all just go and buy it and have Warrior Plus give you deal of the day.
What do you need? 100 sales in the first day?
If that, probably. There is a loophole.
I'll give you all a coupon code so you can all go and get it for whatever the lowest you're allowed to have on there is. I think it's 50 pence or $1. It's one or other.
Well, we just buy it using money in the wallet, don't we? And keep it circulating, isn't that?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
That's the word on
the only thing is you need to deliver something. So let's actually see what this says you get.
Doesn't Warrior Plus allow people to put in their address? We could just ship them a bag of turd, and they buy it. Like
I still think you're lying about the lube, because it's a known fact that the dildo of consequences always arrived unlubed.
Do you know what? It would be fun to actually, not this exact page, but nick a lot from this. Because this is mine, do what I want with it. Put together something that actually, what it turns out you're buying is a JPEG image of a turd. And we'll reveal that somewhere in the small print. But this came about partly because I was taking the piss out of sales pages, but also back in the day, I used to hang out on a call this is pre-IM Pub days, right? So, and this was a couple of years before that. It was the inspiration for what became the IM Pub. I used to go on a call with a bunch of marketers that Eric Louvier did. And we used to set each other silly sales copy challenges. And then you go away and then come back the following week and see who had done it. It was just a bit of fun if you had time and didn't get in the way of your regular work. So one of the challenges Eric used to set people was you had to write a sales page that convinced people to give you $10, say, but they don't get anything. Right. And it was all to do with writing about painting, storytelling and whatever, and how by the end of it they got to get something, but then you justify they're not really getting anything. It was a good, and that's where this kind of idea came from, because I was taking the piss out of all of the shit offers that were going out back then.
Can't we do it? Do you remember back in the day the old like vintage porn mags that used to be scratch and sniff? Could we do that, but with certain marketers' face? Smells like bullshit to me.
Smells like bullshit. Yeah, all of them. You only need one smell, and, or you get two, and you stick a couple of the hottest women on there, and the scratch and sniff is tuna. The rest of it's bullshit.
God. Jesus.
Yeah, we went there, and we've been on over an hour, so fuck off, YouTube. Oh, actually, we can't say goodbye to YouTube because we haven't answered the question.
Has George Wiggins given David Kirby his money back yet?
Of course not. That'd be ridiculous. But tune in next week and we'll find out.
Has